The class trial. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna do it.
First of all, we have skills. To cool and compose, steadies your aim a little. Effective during the non-stop debate. And the Hangman's Gambit. I think that's... I don't need that. But I think I got a... Ambidextrous. Allows you to lock on 2 statements at once, effectively. Oh. That uses all of them. That's a pretty good one. Alright, just a little reminder. We've got Monokuma file, of course, rec room door, status of Sakura's body, polka dot candy wrapper, glass shards on the floor that were heavier, Monokuma bottles, empty protein shake, locker handprint, Aoi's account, pocket trash, yellow powder, examination summary, bottle experiment. Okay. Alrighty then, let's begin the class trial of Chapter 4. The Locked Murder. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, let's go. Oh, trial has begun! As you know, I have to explain the class trial.
With a
blah, blah, blah,
basic,
so
if
your
you can
vote,
figure
shoot
out
on
an
it.
aisle Now then.
Oh, wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed
Whoa,
Sakura
I've never been here before.
is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro.
I thought she'd just
It
go
was
straight
one
to
of you.
Toko, because it was in the thing.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah!
Sounds
I'd never
suspicious.
kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Like, come on. We need reason besides just they didn't like her. Oh. What? There's Toko's account, which is confirmed that she received the note, but also claimed never went to see her. Byakuya's account, was it? Byakuya confirms that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed that he never went to see her, and in fact, not seen her at all that day.
One of you killed Sakura.
And
Wait, and Aoi's account. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. But they didn't. Oh, well, according to his thing.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Well,
is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as
oh,
you can
okay,
get.
got it. Got it.
It was one of you
And what reason do you...
because you hated her.
Is that
It?
That doesn't make it...
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's
Oh, wow.
Low. That's about as
That went
low
a
as
lot
you can
faster
get.
than I thought it would.
It was one of you. One of you killed
And what reason do you...
because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Ooh.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Oh, we're back in this already? Okay. Footprints in the powder. Maybe pocket trash?
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
No, that's wrong.
I am on a roll today.
Hiro, when we were
I
talking
did
before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Rapper.
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Yes.
No, it's...
Yeah, you know what?
It's,
You do it for me for a second.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
What she got you there?
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
But didn't you only give her one?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Sakura loved candy too much. When Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura
felt
the
a little
candy
nonsensical,
till
but
after
okay.
she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was,
What are you hiding, bro?
oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why are you
Why the
switching?
sudden hostility?
Yeah, what happened there?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof.
Proof? What are you talking
Gotta
about?
love that voice crack.
I'm talking about her shining message.
What does shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime,
Dying.
she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
That kind of looks more like Taka. See, it looks like an A. Am I crazy?
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
Well, dying messages don't lie, Toko.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
You clearly don't, Hakure.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh. Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko,
Under the magazine
you found the
shelf.
magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, there's an obvious problem with what Hiro said before.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, there's definitely something wrong with what Hiro said just now.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's
Body was discovered.
What's wrong? Did I say something weird?
Shoot!
Uh,
I can tell you exactly.
sorry. It's not this. Should I take...
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, there's definitely something wrong.
I can
kept
tell
it.
you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's
Body was discovered.
What? What's wrong? Did I say something weird?
Shoot!
Wait, what? That's not it?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying
I don't
message.
get it.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
I
shelf.
know I have to be
When I
arguing
pulled it out,
with-
I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I don't get it. I don't...
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
Body was discovered.
What is it? I don't understand. I thought I had to grab...
Shoot!
After
I
the
can tell you
investigation.
exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you when it was only after the I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, it doesn't. What the heck?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's
Body was discovered.
What?
No, that's wrong.
What? What? Okay.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Yup, you couldn't have.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that
I
one.
don't either.
He's just trying to confuse us.
No, I think he's just that dumb.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Ooh, did Hakure write it?
I think we can
got
all agree
Gray.
Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
No, that's not how it works, without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Yes, because there's no blood on her hands.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Bam, 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 bam.
The occult is
bam,
bullcrap.
Bam,
Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. The end is nigh. Show me the proof.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
I'm at least 30% right.
I did it.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
What did I prove with? I didn't even recognize. I was too intense. I was too intense in it.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Probably her, Kyoko's account, which is that she didn't have blood in her hands.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
So what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
Ooh.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it!
Yeah, but come on. We've only been doing this class trial for 16 minutes. It's not him.
I figured as much.
I mean, it can't be. 16 minutes, guys.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Okay, never mind. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to wait as well, or meet me as well.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Aw. Yeah, there you go. There's her giving the candy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything today.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
I don't think that's what that meant, buddy. You think you were just super paranoid.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Why would she call two other people? You're not smart enough to think about that.
So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and
Oh, I did say Toko.
I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you
Wow, that was
die!
the quickest class trial we've ever done.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Okay, Asahina.
We're ready to vote now, right?
No.
We know who did it.
No, there's no what, bruh. You think we could have an 18-minute classroom trial? Please, don't be stupid.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's
So
one
much
thing
more
that
of her.
Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What? The weight of the bottle, the fact that there were two bashes, the fact that she was puking blood. What part? There's so many parts. What doesn't make sense? Why the magazine was hidden? Why he picked Toko? Why he picked Toko? No, no, I know that.
Shoot!
Wait. Why didn't he use Sakura's finger? Why the magazine was hidden?
I got it!
That's right, because
That's
if
true.
he wanted everyone to see
Everything
it, why
you
would the
just
magazine
said.
be hidden?
It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Oh. He got bonked on the head. She got bonked on the head twice. That's gotta be the reason, right? That would also explain why it's heavier. Because it's not 1, it's 2.
Then, he's not lying?
No.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
Maybe their name was in
they
the
must
magazine.
not have liked what was written on it.
Ooh, someone who wouldn't like what's written on it. Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Who asked you?
who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hero isn't the killer.
No, can't be that simple.
You can't be serious.
Or we're
That's
gonna
just-
find out at the end of the
I don't
class trial.
believe
Oh,
it.
actually, it was Hiro.
Hero, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
I haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. I don't know what we're gonna need here.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
I believe it.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end there.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind
Correct, you
before
did.
she could do anything.
Okay. That's
You
correct.
hit her from behind.
And only
and you
one.
only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
You're wrong.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Nani?
Two?
2? Why did I say that? Shut up. Shut up, Cypher.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
That's smart, Tagami.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
2 were missing.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
I actually saw that and was like, it looks like... I mean, maybe you could arrange it, but it's quite clear 2 are missing. Oh, and you can kind of see like a thing on the wall, like a little imprint kind of thing of where it used to be. Yeah, there's 2 missing.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Sorry, my door was open. So you understand the point? Yeah. There were
Think
2.
back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Wow.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
Right.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's
Obviously.
easy.
Look.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Chess pieces, I know. There's like a pawn, what is it called? A tower? Castle. A bishop and a king. So it's missing a queen and a horse. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, queen and a horse, right? Connection must be chess. Chess. C-H-E-S-S. Chess piece. Da 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 da. C. There you are. E. Chess piece.
Now I
Chess
understand.
pieces, but okay. So again, queen and... hold
That's
on.
it. The
Queen and... yeah. And the knight. So I was right. So there's just missing a queen. Because this one is the knight. It is the knight.
inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn.
Rook.
I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
A knight.
the knight, if I remember.
Yup. Just looked.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess,
The
do
queen
you?
is missing.
Then let me explain.
I was about to say a bad word. That's not good.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces.
King,
the
the
king,
queen, the rook,
the
knight,
queen,
bishop, and
the
pawn.
rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king,
Rook,
bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
So where's the queen?
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Exactly.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
Oh,
What does chess have to do with anything?
you're stupid.
Yeah,
You're not paying
Shogi is
attention.
way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Why
that
wouldn't it?
bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing was broken?
I got it!
Okay.
The bottle must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Right, and that's the scale.
That's
The
right.
experiment.
We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Ba 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 ba. Beep 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 beep. There.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Ooh.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Can be no doubt the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by second attacker.
got it!
Yes.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can
know what
conclude
noise
that it
that was.
wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
It's so hot in here. I did it. It's again, guys. I'm suffering.
Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Wouldn't you agree? Attacker number 2.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
Yeah, but he thought he was the only one that attacked, so...
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Anyway.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
What?
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about
calling
it, so
Sakura
I went to the
Ogre.
rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
The locker.
But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Toko was in the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
That's fair. I
Could
guess.
someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Tagami, I don't think his brain is big enough to hold screws.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
I agree.
Hiding in the rec room?
Shut up, you simp.
Don't be
I'm not just a
ridiculous.
simp, I swear. I know it. I agree. Because of good reasons. Yeah, sure. You're totally not just simping for Kirigiri. No. Maybe a little.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. It's definitely proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. New element has been added to bullet time battles. hear more. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during the final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blows. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way you do non-stop debate. Q, also like debate, if your difficulty is leveled to set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from, but for educational purpose, you're going to have to pretend you're set to mean regardless, just this once, okay? But, oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Well then, good luck and have fun. This is the exact halfway point. Let's go.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no! I don't know anything! It's a lie! I hate you! Shut up! I curse you! No, no, no! That's enough!
Hold on. Damn! I didn't have it open.
It's a lie!
Oh, wow.
That's enough!
This should prove it.
Handprint on the locker room. Locker room handprint. 2 bullet time battles?
Did
These are
you
a little
know
too
someone
simple.
left a
I
handprint
do have
behind on the
difficulty set
inside
to
of the locker?
The gameplay difficulty set to gentle because I'm really bad at games, but I do have what do you call it? Logic difficulty set to mean. I'm pretty sure, at least. Oh, I thought... Okay, I can't do it from here, but I'm pretty sure I have logic difficulty to mean, but gameplay is gentle.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Totally didn't leave it.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll...
Oh, that'll clear it up, right? I think is what she said.
Yeah!
Her hair's so long.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
That's your master. You gotta do it.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
Of course she admitted it. Tagami told her to tell the truth.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
It's because Tagami's telling her to do it.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
You hold so much power, Tagami.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Oopsies.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
On accident.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
I'm alive.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Of course. Alright, get Jill out. Can someone make her sneeze? Her? You mean?
Haha, guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
What?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Sakura.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Poor Sakura. She was literally going to check on Toko, and then she's got hit in the head and murdered. Great. Again.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. 'Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and he is gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's...
No, not quite yet.
I agree.
Not yet? Why not yet?
What about the yellow powder? And the puking blood?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Oh. No.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Shut up, Takami.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Plus, Kirigiri's not an idiot. It's not over yet, is it? When it killed Sakura is. Did you do it? I know the answer, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
I was just sleeping.
Status of Sakura's body was found. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from when she vomited blood. However, there was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. Maybe the state of her body?
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Oh. Is it because main problem here is where she's sitting?
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
And you were taken by surprise, so you smashed her head in?
You got it! I smashed...
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
No,
Because she
that's
was
wrong.
sitting on a chair.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Did everyone try to kill her at some point?
So, you finally noticed.
Fine.
Just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. Evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
I got it!
Yeah.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
That's, yeah, that's actually true.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Ew.
But
Plus,
Athena.
the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
What about the powder? What the fact that she was vomiting blood? There's so much that needs to be
Until we
explained.
take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because the locker... I
got
saw
it!
for myself.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Locker was open.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
I agree,
But
Tagami.
if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
I can.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? Is there another piece of maybe it? Yellow powder?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
You're right.
then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of
Anything other than the shot to her head.
Oh, what? Momokoto, don't climb up now.
Shoot!
What?
What was it that killed Ogre?
Always account.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Magazine dying message.
then what was it?
there.
Toko's exam. Monokuma file. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be the body was discovered in the rec room. The evidence of strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Yes. But and then what was Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. Sakura was found on the instep of, yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. Okay, so I don't think that is it. Maybe it's Monokuma file.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, that's
I
wrong.
just had to read through it. Remember what was going on. I kind of thought it was the Monokuma file, but then was like, oh.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
That doesn't make sense, Hacienda.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
She's a detective.
No, I'm not into dead bodies.
She's
What I'm
into solving
into is
mysteries
solving
like
mysteries.
A detective.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her
She's
body.
Columbo.
Most likely,
It's funny because my parents were watching Columbo today.
Sakura was poisoned.
Yes.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
It is actually.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can
You do that.
explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Right.
Huh?
Yellow
Not in the
powder.
rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Yeah, I have no one else to blame for but myself.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Indeed.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
In the A.
Where'd you
in the,
find
in
it?
The A shelf.
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections,
A, B, and C.
B, and C.
Yep.
In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in
Reagents.
C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
It was in section A. It was in section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought too.
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yes.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I'm not pressing anything.
I
This is
mean,
great.
this.
Couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and
Master!
we were so shocked that we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. The contents aren't poison.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
That's the problem.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
I've tasted better poisons
What are you
in my
talking about?
time.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
There's protein.
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
This is... It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Where did it go? Bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the protein must be in. Could it be? Got it. Ah, sorry. I didn't know you were gonna do that so quickly. I before you accept after C. Ba ba ba. Protein drink.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
Well,
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
something at the scene.
I got it!
Protein drink.
You're
Didn't I just
saying they gave
complete
her
a
a
Handmaid's
protein
Gambit?
drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Me too.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
What? Chem lab shelf.
I got it!
Footprints of the powder. Got it.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess you could get into the C cabinet without touching the powder, but you definitely wouldn't be able to do that in A. Or B.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Huh? I recognize that voice.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
What?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
No.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
I get it.
And the only people here who
I'll let
wear
that slow
sneakers
burn to
are...
you guys, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna let that slow burn you.
I got it!
Me and Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Photo, are they yours? No! Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Hina.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Oh man. Totally, like, if you really think about it, you can totally understand what went down here.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
I'm sorry, I'm silent. You can just think about it for 2 seconds and you're gonna really understand what's going on here.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Oh, you knew, Asahina. You knew! Gosh, I remember... With this case, I really only remembered who the killer was. But, oh, I forgot everything else. You knew!
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Thank you, Kiryu.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Get him, Kiryu.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yup.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
How did you do it?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Oh, Asahina.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
No.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more
really
about when you switched the
explain
poison
switching
and the
poison
protein.
and protein.
How
Really
come?
explain it.
That doesn't matter.
What the donuts?
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Well, Hina, talk about it.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Calm down, Takami.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
I know, Takami, you're just the smartest person ever. Shut up.
Well,
Although I guess, in all fairness, he wasn't allowed near the body.
right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Yeah.
Once I was done with that,
That
I
doesn't
took the
match up
protein
already.
can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
No.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange? Absolutely.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
How many times?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times
Big
you
Mac
hear it.
Kotlo.
How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Till we figure it out. Till I cover the truth of this case. Alright, what we got here? Source of powder, footprints in the powder. Chem lab show.
First, I went to Section C.
I don't think that's gonna be
That's when I
anything.
grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honest.
There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab, labeled powder is assumed to have come from this. According to Bakia, powder would have been spilled after the incident took place. Okay, I don't think that's what it is. Footprints in the powder. Someone had left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. The footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Okay, so it's gonna be footprints in the powder.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
I'm glad I read that. Oh. So I was like, oh.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah,
What about it?
It's like, I know what I would say in my head, but I'm just like, what truth bullet do I need?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Didn't notice. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Why aren't you the culprit? Damn it!
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look
Don't
at the
like
footprints,
liars.
your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round. Sorry.
What the hell? What's going on here?
I guess you're not as smarty pantsy as you are. You thought you were, Tagami.
And the footprints aren't the only
Get
problem
humble.
with her account.
Get humbled.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Oh, look at him nervous. Oh, look at him tremble. He's gonna burst a blood vessel because I dissed his waifu. That was bad. I shouldn't have done that.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
I guess you're not as smart as you thought you were.
Makoto,
Check
why don't you
mate.
explain it?
Huh?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle.
I got it!
What?
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
How?
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
I have no clue.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? Should have been in Section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
If you're still lost, think about why Asahina would blame herself. if she wasn't actually the killer.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
What?
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
I got it, yeah. That makes
Wait,
sense.
hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We
on top of
already know
glass.
she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
What?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
I love seeing you flustered.
How can you know what I don't know?
Blue face. Reason she says is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought that protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Yep. It was... What is it called? MT protein.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Yes.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the...
No, that's wrong.
No! I love seeing you flustered. I'm really enjoying this.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Yes.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
Under.
He also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
These are great. Aren't you enjoying seeing him a little flustered?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Dun, dun,
So it had to
dun.
be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Yup.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
Yeah, it actually makes a lot.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison, What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Whoa. Wow, what that? Why manners all of a sudden?
Before we get to that,
You must respect
we
her.
need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
When you got the poison from the chem lab and brought it into the rec room.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Bam,
Wrong.
bam,
You're wrong.
Bam, 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 bam,
I hate you! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Yellow powder on the shoe. 3
Hina,
bullet time battles?
Did you
The heck?
know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
And like she's wearing, you call them sneakers. I'd call them like tennis shoes, but yeah, she's wearing or trainers.
That powder
You
was
British.
yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
One that killed Sakura. Connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was me. Stagami.
Here's my answer.
Sakura.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
And you knew, didn't you, Asahina?
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
But you can believe it.
But when you really think about it, Everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Monokuma forced Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Yeah.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
Oh, she probably saw her do it too. Oh, Hina.
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Oh, that's right.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it,
so wait, was it a
the
powder
more I
or was
realize
it
how unusual your actions
actual
were.
liquid? Because it feels like it would be pretty hard to take a whole bottle of powdered poison. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
When you were
Just
done,
in
you
and
gathered
out.
everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura has been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Slap the can on the ground.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
But she saw her do it.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yep.
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
With a full closing thing, go. And he made that devious face too. Hide. Here, have a candy. That goes there. Toko. And there should be a leaving. There we go. Leaving. Yes, upside down. Then bah. Clean up. I see all this blood, but if you look at her body from like what we saw, there was like no blood all over her. So. Why is Hina blacked out? That should be it. Hina is all blacked out. But she's not the blackened.
Here's exactly what
I
happened.
think I got it. We'll see. Just
This
love the
case
dubious
began
face on
when Sakura asked a
Tagami.
number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically,
Or
those
maybe it's,
people were
like,
Hiro,
shocked.
Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the
I
locker
hope
to
I
get
got
out of
this
sight.
right. It's embarrassing when you get one wrong.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
The candy.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head.
Sakura
and
caught
fainted.
her. I like to imagine Sakura did catch her.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
Which means she was gonna poison herself.
And
but
just
then
like
she
Hiro,
got attacked
she
twice.
grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
That's awful.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
There's the queen.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
Is Monokuma going to replace those? Oh, damn it. I really liked such a design. I guess I'm gonna have to find new ones. I'm gonna check that.
And
actually.
that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So
Obviously.
then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
She's an absolute unit. She was not gonna die from that.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Rah.
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Dang! I knew that one was wrong. Oh, come on. What? Oh, put it back. Got it.
Here's exactly what happened.
I was wondering what that was.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Oh, or the... Oh, I don't... See, that just really messed me up.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
What are these? Elderry? I'm so betrayed. I don't know. Very dramatic.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Yes, give me the shocked faces.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh?
Humbled.
Oh,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yup.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Right, because logically, why on earth would Asahina do that? Logically. She wouldn't. Emotionally? Absolutely. He has a new appreciation for human emotions. B? What was my B in?
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
How is that possible? You've done this like 3 other times, and we have always done it at the exact same time. Oh, you guys are really something, aren't you?
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Where's the lever, by the way?
So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully
wrong one?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yes, yeah, we know. Who voted Monokuma? Oh, she's grayed out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted! What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why...
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious, that's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's... No. But I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt.
Yeah, that suicide note doesn't make any sense based on that. Sakura.
Because of me. My friends are going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Yeah, no. That's not hers. It has to be, that has to be forged. Come on. Come on, Monokuma, where'd you put the real one? Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. Huh? You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh, man, and they hit you in the back. Two of them hit you in the back of the head. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... She's smiling, Hina. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So, instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's not her suicide note. I already know.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please. Open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got caught, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just happened. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her! All of us! We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. Yeah, there's just no way. Even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
this is taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? I knew it, you freaking...
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true!
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You... lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. Give you a little, motivation to kill everyone. Oh, it almost worked.
Well now.
I can't help if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung!
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew!
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm glad
do?
you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
You know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it so important to kill yourself? It's just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
That gives you the willies. Could you get on with it, please?
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
geez. Talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go.
My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving into the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
No, we don't hate you.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you.
Oh.
That's what I had in mind.
She probably could have resisted the attacks, but she didn't. On purpose. Wait, did she really call them so that they could attack her? Like, she's like, I know that's gonna happen.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
Wow, this suicide note was a lot longer than Monokuma made.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control.
I don't think it's funny. The situation's sad, but I laugh at tragedy.
And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
And Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring to the class trial, or bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest of you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Okay, so in that moment, she was planning to tell them that she was gonna.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. That's sad. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But this is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of your stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
Oh, she deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. Oh, what do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. But why? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What?
Oh, what the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, you remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other! He's absolutely right about that. Oh, lovely, Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There could be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Are you on our side now, Tsugami? Now you're gonna be friends, and we can all cooperate, and we can be besties, and we can have positive friendship bracelets, and I can complete your social wink. Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, sure. I don't know. Do you really have to? Yes, I have to. Oh. Okay. Fine.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of this game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved for some thoughtless sentimentalism. If that's what you're thinking. Oh, what a little tsundere. Oh, wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good for nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no, just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you I'm very particular about the bear times one rule?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to go waste. So for my best special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Oh no. Special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No. Alter ego. We lost Fujisaki and Alter Ego. That's just cruel. And now he's a Monokuma ball. R.I.P. little buddy. You suck, man! You turned me into a mangled hunk of junk! Oh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill it up on a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about that grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was our friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Oh, you were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up.
Ooh, he's putting on the big boy pants.
He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Oh, is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, they got in the way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually.
Finally? No. I knew about him from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew. And you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Oh, well. I mean, the data on the laptop? It was, I guess you could call it a gift. From me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward. In honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sticking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. he wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Oh, well, punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me really makes me remember that every low can get even lower. So his death wasn't meaningless either. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
It's kind of attractive. No, don't hit on me. Oh, okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read this postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, do I have your attention? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the that freaking word tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. And so I've learned one thing. Which is... the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Woo! Oopsie daisies, that was a close one. Another word and you would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. And like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
Huh?
But
too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
One last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Oh, man, that's seriously it. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you? Well, whatever, who cares? What some dead musclehead has to say.
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Oh, think about it. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue, to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What? Hey, answer me. What did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. So not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. Can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So, the class trial is over. Monokuma is gone.
But...
So, now what do? We end the episode! Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so hot. Holy crap. I need to turn on the fan. But if you'd like to, go ahead and leave a like, especially for, you know, the peeps at Hope's Peak and, of course, Sakura, who gave her life for the greater good. It also lets me know if you want more Danganronpa episodes. So, let me know. Go ahead and comment whatever you want, except for a spoiler, of course. And subscribe because I post whenever I can. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!